Welcome back everybody, hope you're well. Welcome to Mr. Brown's Outdoor Adventures. Thought we'd take a little leg stretch at the end of the day after a hard day's homeschooling and come and tell you about our next video. So I've popped outside again. This time it's just getting dark and I thought I'd just sneak this bit in before it does, because today, look at that sunset over there. Today we're going to come and do some stargazing. So for your stargazing, what you'll need to do is you'll need an adult you can go out with. You'll need to wrap up super warm because it's going to be really cold at the minute, especially if you choose a nice starry night and there's no clouds. It'll be really, really cold. So your warmest coat, hat if you've got one, some gloves, and wrap up really, really warm. You could take some treats with you, couldn't you, as well? If you've got anything like that, and then yeah, go and choose yourself a starry night and let's go and have a look at some stars. I suggest when you do it, if you can find somewhere where you're not near lots of tall buildings, that will definitely help. And equally, if you can try and avoid things like street lamps, anything giving off lots and lots of light like that, that's also going to make the experience much better. It does take apparently between 10 to 20 minutes for your eyes to get accustomed to the dark. So so when you head out, just be patient. Your eyes do get used to being in the dark and you will find that you're able to see things much more clearly after about 10 or 20 minutes. To help with that, if you do want to take out a torch to read any printouts or anything that you've got, I would recommend you using a red one. So this is an old bike light of mine, but it helps with your eyes. Your eyes, the red light doesn't affect your eyesight in the dark in the same way that white light does. So if you've got a red light, make use of that as well. Apart from that, you don't really need much. I mean, if you've got a pair of binoculars, you could take them with you, but to be honest, you can do it just as well without. That's about it really. Oh yeah, the other thing, I downloaded an app. So there's loads and loads of apps online. I downloaded one called Night Sky, and it's really cool because it uses it sort of superimposes the constellations on the sky when you hold your phone up, and you can look and you can see all the different constellations, and I think it'll even point out things like planets, and I think it might even sort of show the track of the International Space Station if that's going around as well. I'm just going to spin the camera around because the sunset is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you can be able to see it. You can't really pick it up over there. Over there. There's Winter Hill over there. It looks really nice anyway. So yeah, I'm going to pop out later, and when it's dark, I'll talk to you about what we're going to need. All right, I'll see you later. Before I go, folks, I've got a few space facts. Did you know in our galaxy, which is called the Milky Way, there are apparently somewhere in the region of 400,000 million stars? I can't even comprehend that. It's massive, isn't it? Pluto is no longer a planet. I expect you already knew that. Did you know why though? Apparently for it to be a planet, it's got to be big enough so that it has a gravitational pull. Means that the shape of the object is roughly spherical, which Earth we are, roughly spherical, but also that it sort of sucks in any sort of space junk that's kind of in its orbit and kind of clears it away. And apparently Pluto's not big enough to do that, so it's not classified as a planet. It was declassified in 2006. Anyway, what are we going to be seeing when we're looking up into the night sky tonight? Well, you might see planets. So do you know how many planets there are in our solar system? That's right, there are 8. There's a very handy mnemonic to remember the order that they go in. I'm sure you've maybe heard of different ones, and I bet Mrs. Buxton has maybe taught you them in school, but the one I remember is my very energetic mother just stamps upon naughty. It used to be people, but it's not people anymore. So my very energetic mother, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, just stamps Jupiter, Saturn upon naughty, Uranus, Neptune, and then it would have been Pluto, but it's not. So those are the eight. Welcome back, space fans. I've come out now that it's dark. My assistants are tucked up safely in bed, so I'm afraid they won't be joining us. So I thought I'll come out tonight and see if we can see some stars in the sky. There's a bit of cloud cover at the minute. I'm hoping it's going to just shift a little bit, so I'll get to have a look at the Big Dipper. I was going to sort of talk to you about how to find north using the stars. So we talked earlier a little bit about constellations, how they're groups of stars. Well, we can use one of those groups of stars. It's called Ursa Major, and we can use that to help us find where north is. So if you're ever out and about and you want to know which way north is, and it's night time and the stars are out and there's no clouds, so a few conditions that need ticking there, we can use the constellation Ursa Major to find it. Now, Ursa Major is also known by another term. You've perhaps heard it. It's called the plough, or the Big Dipper, or sometimes also the saucepan, and that's because it looks like a saucepan. So the shape of it is kind of shaped like a saucepan with a handle. And what we need to do is to find that saucepan. Now, I happen to know that it's kind of up behind me. Now, you're not going to be able to see this, but it's up behind me, just in the background a little bit there. Because I saw it last night and I remembered where it was, so I know roughly where to look for it. I think at the minute there's a little bit of cloud cover, so I'm not sure I'm going to find it at the minute, but we're going to put a little picture on the on the clip, so you get to see the shape of it. So what you're trying to do is find the end of the saucepan, not the handle, the other end, the sort of the pot end. So you follow the handle all the way along the handle into the saucepan. You follow it round, and then you follow the end of that saucepan along. You take an imaginary line through the sky, about 3 times the length of the sort of depth of that saucepan, and that will lead you to the Polaris star. Now that is supposed to be the brightest star in the sky, so that's the pole star. And then if you take a direct line straight down to Earth from the pole star, that position there will mark north. So if you ever needed to know which way north is, you could use that to find north. So that's how you can use the pole star, or use Ursa Major, the Great Bear, to help find the pole star, and then you can use that to locate north on the ground. Okay. So yeah, it's still a bit cloudy for me tonight, so I might call it a night. It's really, really cold, so I might have another go another night, and see if we can see any more stars when there's a few less stars around. Sorry, a few less clouds around. What am I talking about? Remember, if you go out and do this, please do take an adult with you. Please do wrap up warm, and please do check out some fantastic websites. The BBC have got an amazing guide to stargazing, so do have a look at that. It's absolutely brilliant, loads of information on it. You can also go to, I think it's skymaps.com, and they produce constellation maps, so maps of the sky, because it changes throughout the year. So depending on the time of year, and depending on which hemisphere you're in, so if you're in the north or the south hemisphere, you will see different constellations of stars. So you can print those out. I've just printed one out for February, so it tells me it tells me what kind of stars I will be seeing at this time of the night in February in the northern hemisphere, which is where we are. Yeah, as I say, find an adult, get wrapped up warm, and find a place where there's not too many street lights, and go and have a go doing some stargazing. It is ace. It's absolutely mind-blowing when you get a really clear night and you can see loads and loads of stars. Tell us about it on Twitter. If you found Ursa Major, the Great Bear, and were able to locate the Pole Star and then north, tell us about it. I'd love to see some pictures. All right, take care guys, bye.